So, here we go again. First of all, I want to talk about the Museumsnacht. So there was this big night where, all the museums in town would be open from around 7 p.m. to 1 o'clock in the morning. And that's amazing because everything here tends to close at about 6 o'clock. We went to the museum in Ludwigstor. There was a real diversity in the kinds of things that they had there. And some of it was interesting, like the printing press that they had there. I really liked to see that. And the really old religious books that they had. Some of it was just downright creepy, like a couple of weird-looking mannequins that had really creepy smiles. After that, we spent hours walking around trying to figure out something else to do, because there are other places open, but apparently we couldn't really find them, and the ones that we did find weren't open while we were there. So in the end, we just ended up going to the Uni Club, which is this little bar right across from the university. Those who know me, yes, I know it's really weird that I went to a bar, but we sat in a different room from where all the loud music and lights were, and I had a hot chocolate. And while we were there, we met a few new people and ended up making plans to go to Heidelberg. And I figured that was a good excuse to make a video about it. The ride from Germersheim to Heidelberg isn't all that bad. It's about 45 minutes. So the first time I went to Heidelberg, it was with 2 people. Yesterday I went with 9. So that was a significantly larger group, but it was still a lot of fun. After a while, we broke into 2 groups of 5 instead, since trying to make a decision in a group of 9 people is practically impossible. A general overview of what Heidelberg is like. There are 3 main things that you might want to know about it. First of all, it's got the oldest university in the country. Secondly, the Altstadt, which is just kind of where you walk around and look at all the nice old looking buildings, and it's all very picturesque. And then the Schloss, the castle, which is pretty cool. So on my first trip with the 2 people, we started off just walking and spent hours just walking through the Altstadt, and eventually got up to the castle. Took a bit more direct route this time and jumped on a bus and got a lot closer, so we didn't have to walk quite as much. So the first time we walked up to the castle, and it was really, really steep, and we couldn't go inside because we didn't want to pay to get inside. So we just stood out and looked over the balcony around the edge of it, and it was gorgeous. The view was fantastic. So the second time with my larger group, we decided to take the train up, because they have a train specifically to go up, and it's only $3 for students. Once we were there, we decided we did want to go inside this time, and we went and bought another ticket to get in, only to realize that the ticket that we used to get up there would also have gotten us inside. So we got our money back and then went inside. There's a gigantic wine barrel in there that probably has more space inside it than my bedroom, to give you a little bit of perspective there. Besides that, there's really not a lot else. There's a little courtyard and another spot from which you can overlook the city. So besides that, we did a little looking around bookstores. We did a little bit of sightseeing and walking around. Saw a lot of weird and interesting looking statues and fountains, and basically just had a good time seeing the sights. Well, that's all for now. Bye everyone.